Happy Words Wednesday. This is a poem called American Landscape with Clouds and a Zoo. It's by John Anderson, who is a really amazing poet, and it's one of my favorite poems. Usually, like with most things in my life, I read a poem, I like it, I move on, and I don't ever want to read it again because I like to keep things moving. But this is a poem that I come back to again and again, and whenever anyone has a John Anderson book around or anyone's like, I don't know, I don't really get poetry, I read this one because I think it's just everyone feels the way this poem portrays, and it's angry and sad and funny and real and uses voices that I think we really use in our lives. So anyway, it's called American Landscape with Clouds and a Zoo. You can be walking along the beach of a quaint northwestern coastal town. On the one hand, the great Pacific Ocean, held placid, restless in the sound when it comes over, like those immense woolen gray clouds, layer upon layer, that pour from their Pacific composure, suddenly troubled, moving, troubling, roaring easterly overhead for the inland. America is in trouble, and you're too fucked up to even understand it, buy it. Is America fucked up because it understands itself only too well as you do you? Every time your girlfriend chucks you a lusciously coy smile, you're beside yourself like a sailboat, and every time you think happiness is just like this, forever, you're fooled like a kid. America, I'm glad I'm hardly you. I've got myself to think about. In my zone is a fairly large zoo. Plenty of room to walk around, shade, and the shade that is increasingly, bitterly called shadow. Of the animals there are but two, arranged in unpredictable cadence and sequence. One is the renowned leopard of the snow, lazy, humorous, speckled pepper a bit, like the wren that flies from shadow to cage to shade to shadow. When I mistakenly awaken at night, I dread both the darkness and the inevitable, increasingly querulous birdsong of the inevitable, increasingly wide stun of light. Everything is too brief, eternal, stable, unpredictable. Everything always says, I'm all there is, forever, chum, just see it my way, and I do. Whew. So that poem, I love how it brings in everything. It brings in the landscape, it brings in America, the macro level, it brings in the micro level of, in a moment, feeling like everything will be this way forever, and then realizing that is absolutely not true, and the lies we tell ourselves, and, it's the anger, I feel like, in the poem never fully just comes out loud and proud and expresses itself, but it's underneath everything he describes. And I think probably the thing I love most about the poem is that it explains, I think, the human desire to want everything to be stable and certain, but also you want excitement, you want something new, and how we deal with those two conflicting urges. So I recommend, if you want to get into poetry, if you need a new book, to buy The Milky Way. It's John Anderson's collected poems from 1967 to 1982, and they're phenomenal. Happy Words Wednesday. Thank you for joining, and the poem is below this video if you'd like to read it for yourself. All my love. Bye.